So yes, just fancied a walk today. I had to go shopping in town, and can you laugh any louder and stuff like that. So I thought I'd, as town's just over there, come in and have a walk as well. So got my few bits and bats for little un, and you know, usual parenting sort of thing. So that leads me here, 5 minutes. So this is the Ramsgate, the Royal Harbour in Ramsgate. It's the only Royal Harbour in the UK. I think I've done this before, but how you doing, Steve? So do it in the summer months rather than fucking freezing cold winter. So I'm just sort of between harbours at the minute. Let's get run over it. I can't go because there's a tidal like dam that opens up at high tide. As you can see, the bridge and car bridge things up at the moment. The tide's out at the moment, so the tide's in on that side because the dam's up. I'll just show you this. I don't know if I've ever. So I've got my battery pack on as well, and I'm actually holding this via my tripod, so I'm fairly kitted out today for some reason. So I must have been expecting to do it. Sometimes I get a kingfish around here, believe it or not, in a harbour. But yeah, I don't know, it's I think it's customs there or something going on over there. So it's still in harbour, mainly for sorry if I've missed comments, I'm not looking at the screen all the time. Mainly for the wind farm, about like 20 miles sort of east of Thanet really. There's the dam I was on about. That's where the bridge comes down. So there. As you see, the tide's out here. It's in there. Oh, we've got a leak. There we go. Hopefully the breeze isn't too bad on the, you can hear me or whatever. I've actually got my mic with me as well. So this kind of goes down into like a boat shape sort of thing. It meets in the middle. It's quite old, this thing. How you doing, Jack? You alright, mate? So yeah, so that's so when the tide's high or in, you see the seaweed line, then they open this thing up, and then the boats and that come in and out. I can actually walk across here. I forgot about this because it used to be a different one. As you can see, there's quite a difference in there's the outer harbour, and then that building at the end there, just above that border fort boat, is RNLI, Ramsgate one. So they ain't going to shut this anytime soon. I didn't see anything, so it's wasted, I'm afraid, Jack. I didn't see it. So yeah, another gorgeous day. And they say, oh, it's going to get really hot. It's like, bloody, what are you talking about? It didn't really cool down from the last heat wave on this, down this part anyway. So there's plenty of I'm going to walk back again in a minute, and then I'm going to go and some free local ales on. It's about 5-6 miles away, so I'm quite curious to see how it is on cask. Does it go somewhere else before? This is like a hoist to lift yachts and whatnot in, because there's an actual well, yeah, over that way there's like a yard where they fix up boats. Boat yard, that's the one. What's it, like a dry? It's not actually a yard, it's just more of a. So yeah. So you're well out at the moment. This is normally where kingfishers are knocking around. And butterfly there, what's that? whiz past. So we've got some wildflowers here. Pink one is it's on the side of the. But you can see I kind of show you the fence thing here. So alongside you've got some red valerian, which is quite kind of nectar heavy for obviously butterflies, day flying moths, and then migrant butterflies at night. They just like get onto it. And there's loads of it around these chalk cliffs and actually growing out the side of the harbour. So there's a white of some sort, probably a green vein white. So it's anyway, enough about that. Decent car. Don't even know what it is. Oh, it's a Ghost, whatever that is. Anyway, there's not much else really. I mean, there's no fucking oligarch yachts or anything in here. Wouldn't come here. But there's certainly some really nice vessels, barge. So I don't know if it's obviously seaworthy, but I wouldn't want to go out on the fucking sea with that. Jesus. That one's alright. That was. Oh, here you go. Mustang. So I just saw that comment. I'm missing comments. How you doing, Brett? I'm not very good with cars. They're alright for a lift. But yeah, it's another bloody warm day. And I'm going to go back now. We might take a walk along the that pier or that pier. I'm halfway at the moment. I can either go with that pier, or there is actually another pier. Two piers. And a gap in the middle where it goes out to the main harbour. There used to be a ferry terminal here. I don't know what you're talking about, Jack. It's wasted on me, mate. I don't get jokes sometimes. And you're going to tell me I wasn't joking. Anyway, better keep clear, apparently. Right, let's go back across and then... So apologies, I'm not getting to every comment. I'm not looking at the screen. And the light is pretty poor for these sort of phones in sunlight. Okay, there you go. I'll let some people past. So yeah. So it's more of a fair weather thing by looking at it. Okay. It's quite comfortable to walk on. It's got a kind of a grip on it. I remember years ago it used to be like, it used to be over there somewhere, sort of here. And they modernised this, but when I was a kid, I used to slip over it all the bloody time. Of course, these days, fucking they'll get sued or whatever, and get more Americanised, health and safety and shit. So let me just go over here before it. This is the Harbour Master's yard, not yard, but building. So here's the out harbour, the middle harbour. As you see, you've got loads of border force shit over there. This never used to be here when I was a kid. This little marina. There used to be a hover pad here in like the 60s. I used to go fishing off there when I was younger. I say all of this never used to. I'll just zoom out. All this never used to be here. There used to be a big mud flat that come out and go round. I used to fish off here when I was younger. I used to get loads of like, mainly flounders really, muddy kind of sort of thing, and maybe the odd place or dabs and stuff like that. There's the main harbour bit. So that's the west pier, that's the east pier. And in between there used to be a probably. I can't remember when I first started growing a beard. As in, used to shave, I mean. That's a nice day. Let's go around to the main. We'll walk along that pit. If you're uber bored, then stay around. If not, I would clear off as well. So there's loads of these people on megabucks going out to the wind farm and border force and shit. Customs boats and I watched a bit of your streams, Jack, the other day. Turned it off after 5 minutes though. Fucking shit. The first Ukrainian flag I've seen down there. Oh, there's one there. There's one there as well. There's a few on the yachts and stuff like that. There's a few. So there's quite a lot of history here. This is one of the main harbours. I've probably said it before. Certainly during the Second World War, this was one of the main ports they done the Dunkirk, you know, the landings and stuff in Dunkirk. Most of the little ships, like just any boat across, most of them left from here. Pretty much every boat that was pretty much seaworthy on, well, it was a really calm day as well, coincidentally, so more boats could get across. This is where I used to fish. I used to fish down here. This was always a little bit better. It's a bit of a builder's yard and stuff now. Well, it was back then as well, but this was actually a beach, and now it's just full of fucking shingles, all closed off. But yeah, I used to fish down here. It used to be alright. Nothing crazy, just when you're a kid, don't you catch something, you're happy, you know. I think the water's a lot clearer than it used to be as well. So you can walk down here, but I'm not fucking falling off. So now the sun comes out, you can't really see, but you can see the bottom. It's not crazy deep, 4 or 5 feet, I guess. But yeah, there's some kind of shit coming out of there. I don't know what that is. So here we go. There'll be a bit more history coming up soon. There's a cannon and so I'm going to mix this up a bit, this stream. Just get in the shade. I used to play with this thing, see, it looks like a Dalek. I'm pretty sure I've done all this before, but I used to go in here. And it used to have a door to it as well. But I think what used to be, I think this was like a bomb thing that they used to have. I think there were a lot more of these during the Second World War. I'm waiting for this car to pass. Come on. Today. There's a nice pub over there, the Queen's Head, where that red car is. I didn't even show you this. There's an old tugboat here. Not that kind of tug. This is a skanky old dry dock, so there's no point showing you that. Oh, this is an old landmine as well. There you go. information there. This. Continually, they used to continually work on it. It doesn't go, it's been there all my life. It still floats, but it's not seaworthy or anything anymore. It used to be, used to go around, be able to go around in it and stuff like that. Towed the P&O liner, blah 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 blah. It was, they were trying to restore. It's like a never-ending fucking restoration work. Smart boat though. Don't make them like that anymore. And this is a mine, obviously. Oh, now they put donations in it. There we go. Boom. It's actually a mine. What else have we got going on over here? There's a nice bit of history, kind of placards and stuff. Come and show you. I'll try not to shout out. A bit of a breeze here. Try not to shout out too much. Now that bloke's gone, I can. That's pretty. There's a cannon. It's a big one. Bits and bats of info. This building, apparently, because of our position further east from Greenwich, this clock is 5 minutes 41 seconds faster. The Greenwich Mean Time. So it's 5 minutes 41 seconds faster than this because we're that further east, apparently. More useless information. What this says. So there you go. It's been a Royal Harbour for a while. There you go, 82,000 men were brought back to Ramsgate Harbour. Numerous small vessels, pleasure craft and lifeboats. Can't imagine that. Can't imagine it, can you? Anyway, that's the history lesson. Right, I'll speed up the old walking now and get round to the walk through this car park. Is there can I get through this way? Yeah. Just cut the gap here. I'm just going to walk over here in case I get bowled over. Cars coming around that corner. There's a few pubs and stuff here. Waterfront bar, the one in front. And the Queen's Head there, that golden one. There's the Wetherspoons, the big one. And then at the end of the pier there's a brasserie apparently. I say apparently, I know there is, but building development going on over that way. Luxury flats that no one locally can afford. which seems perfect really. There's a slipway, builder's yard. I'm just going to put this down, some people coming. Just realised the clock stopped, the main clock, and the clock tower. There we go. Oh, that's be people right there when I was going to show. Fuck's sake. Get past this fence and I'll show you. Whew. Right, there we go. She's over there. It's the main sands, and then you see them flats up there. Luxurious flats being built. There's going to be a load of bars and restaurants below all that apparently. Probably be next summer, I would imagine. I didn't get the thread there. Something about Pennies and Steve, I don't know. Whatever you're comfortable with. There's a little egret just turned up as well. Just going behind them rocks. Really interesting stuff, eh? Let's go a bit further up. Oh dear. It's good to get out and have a walk. Make the flab wobble. There's a lot of green vein white butterflies and stuff. So over here I used to, I don't know if you can see, but there's miles out to sea, there's a wind farm. I don't know if you're picking that up on this kind of camera on the horizon. It's where a lot of these vessels and that. Sorry if I'm missing comments. Steve's gone, okay. Don't even know what time is. Oh well. Used to go fishing off here with my granddad back in the day. Hence, always used to be out in that boat there. Is that the Solar Star? That one there. Used to be my granddad's favourite fishing boat. Used to know the guy who used to run that. Say back in the 80s, really early 90s. There's a few people fishing for some reason. Are they fishing? Or are you fishing now? I don't fish at low tide. That's how I used to. You know. This is a big old lump of metal. They want to get this funded or something. Sorry about the breeze. That's probably the most we've had for a little bit. Let's go around these ropes. There used to be loads of trawlers, fishing trawlers and stuff like that. All up here. And on this bit here, there used to be loads of like charter boats. We used to be able to go out fishing and stuff. That's all gone now, by the looks of it. There's no trawlers here. There's one or two small can see in the middle there. Is that called a Solar Star? I can't quite. Yeah, Solar Star, there you go. So that's still knocking around, probably a different owner. I would imagine the guy originally had that boat as retired or whatever. Again, we used to, this is all fenced off now, but we used to come down here fishing or whatever. This one here, they used to come in. We used to carry the boxes of fish up. A load of us. We used to be fishing up there and then wait for the trawlers to come in. And the steps used to be wider then. It used to be kind of concrete. You can see the old. About a third as wide again. We used to carry the boxes up, load them into the van that was waiting at the top, and then when they're all done, they used to give us the boat that used to be moored up here used to give us a load of half decent fish and stuff, and we used to go and sell it to the hotels. Used to make quite a few quid over a weekend. It's either that, and then we used to go bait digging. This is only the 80s, late 80s. So it's not like back when I was a lad. It's not, well, it probably was really, if you're, but you know what I mean. It's you used to go down Pegwell Bay and dig a few hundred lugworms. So this is where the spot me and my granddad used to fish at. It's got a bit storm damaged. There used to be a lamppost here somewhere, probably there. We still got a bit of the, because we used to have a little bit of a smooth thing. We used to cut up, you can see the marks, probably from when we were young or whatever, other people. We used to cut up squid on here. There's a flat bit of rock on the actual pier itself. And another one here. Back in the day. Yeah, this used to be called Cod Corner, because it used to be about, I don't know, about 400 or 500 yards out that way, near where that bluer water is. There used to be quite a big hole. There is actually a shingle ridge that goes through from about there. We used to fish off about there somewhere, and there's a hole, and that's where we used to try and drop it in there, cast out from here, and used to get some decent fish sometimes. And then of course during the as you see, the tide's well out at the moment. So the tide line is all the way up there. See where that line is on the sand. But yeah, not going to go any further. I'm going to go and get a beer. Try out these local beers from the Watson Brewery. Apparently that's what's on. We'll see. Anyone know what the time is? Let us know. I just checked, done it. That's alright. So yeah, if they got these beers on, I'm quite curious to see how they taste, because it's a local brewery. And I know cask doesn't travel well, especially in the winter months. So let's have a local beer in Wetherspoons. It's a brewery that's 5 miles away, kind of thing. Breeze. You have to look at the floor for a minute, I'm afraid. I don't like getting people on camera, if you know what I mean. stop telling you my table number and all that malarkey. I want to try 3 beers, so I'm going to get 3 halves. 3 little halves. Get a breeze soon. Charger and the tripod. Now it pretends I'm talking to my chance, to my mates. So if they say anything, oh, you can't do that in here, I'm talking to my mates, which I am. Draw less attention. Oh. There's going to be a bit of floor munching in a minute. We'll get there. The top deck up there, we can overlay indoors, so there should be plenty of space. It's quite weird because in the winter months, I go outside. In the winter months, I'll say, I don't know. Alright, 2 seconds. Bit of floor munching. Cheers. There we go. Got 3 of the beers on. I assume that's that one there. And the usual fare there. We don't want that. We go for them. Yeah. Could I get 3 halves of the Wonson beers? Yeah, please. Yes, thank you. Cheers. Yeah, just all the Wonson ones, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, them 3, please. Thank you. Cheers. Nah, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Cheers. Thanks a lot. So there we go. Golgotha oatmeal stout 5.5. It keeps falling down. Hengist strong golden ale 5%. And then the Dynamo light golden ale 4.3. Now, excuse me, I've got to put you in my pocket a minute so I can carry these somewhere. Be 2 seconds. Oh, days. Right, let me sort out shit going on here. Oh, days. 2 secs. Spin you that way? No, I've got to do it that way. Okay. It's warm. So, how are these beers going to fare? So 5 miles up the road. There we go, plug that back in. So 5 miles up the road, which you can get in quite a lot of ale, local ale places and stuff like that, which I've had before. Oh, I've had these beers before. So I'm just curious to see what they taste like in the Wetherspoons. Because I've heard that some local beers have gone up to like Manchester and stuff, and they've not been very good. So a lot of Swanson beers I find taste, they've got that kind of quite a fruity yeast strain almost. Kind of the deal where you know it's a Swanson beer if you've had them. That's coming through quite well. So more of a project really. So cheers. This is Swanson Brewery's Dynamo, a light golden ale, 4.3% I think. Can't remember now. It's on my phone, so. Bloody hell, England beat India at cricket. Now I've not had this one for quite a while, so it's also trying to remember. It's not as what I can remember. This is as it's got a little bit of that kind of yeast character. I remember Swanson beers, but not. Oh no, no, it's a light ale, so. They do, yeah. How you doing, Disco? I had a walk around the harbour just before I came in here. Hope the sound's okay. If it's a bit, I can put a microphone on, but at the moment my charger's onto the phone, so an actual the Bluetooth microphone goes the same sort of socket, so it is what it is. Yeah, it's okay, it's not how I remember it, but decent lacing and stuff like that. No sparkler was hurt in the making or the pouring of these beers, so. Right, let's get on to the Hengist, which is a 5% golden ale. They say it's a strong golden ale, 5%. I suppose so. I can't remember what hops and stuff are in this, so you'd have to look it up. Wasn't going to have a beer all week, but light hedgerow fruit kind of thing. Let's give it a try. Now this one has got a bit of more of a stronger yeast, kind of, not yeast, but just something that, you know, puts them apart from other ales, this brewery. So has it got it on a Wetherspoons pump? Cheers. Nice lacing again. It's one of them ones sometimes you need just a few swigs just to cracking lacing. So it's really well conditioned. So that's a good sign. Yeah, it's got that. It's come through now. Not too bad. Better than the first one. So that's Hengist Strong Golden Ale from Wonston Brewery. They're kind of East Kent, St Nicholas Way sort of area. It's about 5 miles from here. The main purpose of coming down here today is to try these free. Get 3 halves and just try them to see what they're like. So this is the second of the two. But yeah, again, cracking lacing, pretty cool. It's kind of holding up as well. So non-sparkler, that's still hanging around as well. So there you go. I've not been swilling it around or anything. So we'll just leave them to set a little bit and have a little bit more of that. So next one, that's the 2 golden ales. So this one I've reviewed before during lockdown. This is the Golgotha Oatmeal Stout. 5.5% ABV. Again, don't see it on cask a hell of a lot, but I heard it was in there. I had to look at the app before I came down. I don't always have the app on the phone just because it takes up space, but it is quite a good way of finding out what, if you're into your ales and stuff, what is in your local branches. If you download the app, go to the ale list, select what premises you're in and all that sort of thing. You can find out what beers are on tap and what's coming up without even leaving your house, so it's quite handy. There's been so many times where I've been down here, it's like you don't know what's on. Whereas there's something interesting, you can actually not gamble and go down, just you can find out. Which is always a handy thing. If you like spoons, not everyone likes it, which I understand. So yeah, jet black. There's a little bit of head just right at the top of the glass there. So you are getting your money's worth. There's no kind of like down to here and then you've got that much head. If you probably would get with a sparkler, I'd imagine. So you're actually getting more liquid without a sparkler, just saying. But then you're probably paying slightly higher prices down south than you are. How you doing? How you doing, Joey? You alright? Yeah, I'm having a beer. Cheers. Hope you had a good Independence Day, man. I was going to do a live, but then I was like, you know, it's just getting... I just say it whenever I see people now, whether any people watch or whatever. So, hope you had a good day. Hope you didn't get too stoned. Anyway, what's this smell like? Yeah, there's that creaminess there. It's kind of a cereal sort of thing going on, as you would expect. It's like a milky chocolate. I'm trying not to get my nose too close, so I'll end up sniffing oatmeal stout, which I've done before. Yeah, let's get a taste and see what we get out of this one. Cheers all. That's decent. Definitely getting that oatmeal creaminess. Smooth, kind of a medium body, slightly sweet, but then it also got a slight roasted malt kind of bitterness, stroke coffee thing going on with it as well. That's nice. I know it's a stout, and a lot of people don't drink stouts in the summer. That is actually the best beer of the three. So we've got a light golden ale, 4.3. This is called Dynamo. I will give it a swirl now, just to show you. Yeah, decent conditioning and all that. Can't remember the hops in these. You have to go and Google it or untap it and have a look. This one, Hengist, classed as a strong golden ale, 5%. Say it's strong. Yeah. If you live in Belgium, that's a light golden ale. So they're like a lot stronger, 6% plus or whatever, or 5.8. I can't remember how much Leffe is now, ABV wise, but for instance, I know it's it's more mainstream these days, but still Belgian golden ale. And then this 5.5, pick of the bunch. Pick of the bunch. So yeah, so there we go. That's the 3 beers I wanted to try really. Just won't take me long to drink or whatever. I'm gonna head back up into town after these, and I'm gonna pop in to the Hovel Boat Micro Pub. I might keep it live. I might keep this running actually. There's no music in there, but there's a lot of old boy chatter, especially in the weekday afternoons and stuff, which is quite amusing. It can be. So I might. I'll see how it goes, and if you know, I could go and say, oh, would you mind if I do a live stream? They're like, yeah, or then you get like, what are you doing? And you know, which is fine, I get it. But then you might not get the conversation, knowing that, you know, and all that being recorded. So I might just snidely we'll see. Could be good. That could be good fun. So I've got a little bit of time. So I've done a. So I've got my bag of shopping all the shit I wanted to get earlier before I went round the harbour. I thought while I'm down here, had a little look to see what was on the pumps here. I was like, yeah, let's go for them. What's everyone else up to? Not me. If I missed any comments, no comments missed. So anyway, I've got a few bits of news actually, which I will go over again on Thursday. I've put the link, the viewing link, on YouTube this morning for the Thursday lunch stream. Depends where you live though, and good afternoon, John. If you're up further north, then almost certainly. Down south, as they say, although there's been one or two micro pubs recently got a sparkler on, and then they're starting to say, oh, do you want it with or without a sparkler? So there is, it's slowly starting to become an option thing, but generally it's not on the further south you go. So like for instance, last couple of weekends ago, was it last weekend? Yeah, a couple of weekends ago when I was down in Lewis, we didn't see a sparkler at all, and we had quite a lot of craft beer as well as the festival and stuff, me and Jake. There was no sparklers at all down Lewis Brighton way that we saw. Whether it's an option down there or not, but it's slowly starting to become an option locally. One or two places have got sparklers. I don't know what grade of sparkler it is. I think there's 4 or 5 different sparklers. So, but I know up north it's just standard. So I guess are you further north, John? You have to let us know. Oh, let's stretch my legs a bit. That was quite a nice walk actually earlier. Starting to get busy now, lunchtime sort of period. Yeah, just I think 11:30 it shifted from breakfast to lunch and all that shit. So, but yeah. So I just saw something flash up about butterflies then in Kent. Okay, I'll check that out later. So if you're on Facebook or whatever, check out, I've got a butterfly group, if you're into butterflies and wildlife that is, called UK Butterflies. We're approaching 15,000 members on there, which is absolutely fucking crazy for a little butterfly group like set up like 11 years ago. Over the last 3 years it's gone crazy. North Wales, that makes sense, yeah. Yeah, if you went down to somewhere like, I mean, I don't know what it's like in South Wales. I don't know if it's the same in Wales as it is in England, at least. But certainly Northern England, Midlands. I don't know where there's kind of a line between sparkler and no sparkler, if you know what I mean. It probably gets patchy in between. I don't know where that kind of line is. It'd be quite interesting, really. But there's patchy in London. I don't know how far up before it's like all sparkler, you know. Certainly down south, most of it's no sparkler. Certainly my neck of the woods anyway. I don't know about elsewhere, it's very difficult to know, isn't it? But always check out and keep looking. Certainly part of East Sussex I've been to, no sparklers. London, some sparklers. I say locally to me it's, do you want a sparkler or not, in 1 or 2 places, not all. Most of it's no sparkler and that kind of shit, you know. Anyway, this is anyone who's just come in, maybe you John, this is a beer from the Wanson Brewery. This is their Dynamo. It's a light golden ale at 4.3%. So this is a Hengist, apparently a strong golden ale at 5%. Same brewery, Wanson Brewery, and Wanson Brewery's so 3 beers from the same brewery. This is their Golgotha, oatmeal stout, 5.5%. So that's what we went for. I walked around the harbour just before and all that shit. So yeah, and that's it. But yeah, interesting though. We're going to go to a micro pub in a minute on the way home. I don't know what they're going to have on. I can't check because I'm on my phone, so we'll just go with the flow. Yeah, I'm not going to have too much more. So that's a pint and a half. I might have, depends what's on, another 2 or 3. And then homeward bound. Sort out a few bits at home, all that sort of shit. Go pick my daughter up. So yeah. Anyway, what I was going to say, a few bits of news. Okay, so I will be going to London Craft Beer Festival. I'm not doing the whole thing like I did last year. I'll be doing the afternoon sessions on the Friday and Saturday. That's confirmed. Well, I bought my Saturday afternoon ticket earlier in the week, and so that's cool. And then meeting up with Luke John. He's going to very kindly get me in on the Friday afternoon, so it's good of him. Staying with Luke John a couple of nights. He's very kindly offered a hotel room and stuff. I know he's going through a bit of a patch at the moment, and stuff like that. So that's good. That's been confirmed. So that's sort of mid-August, 12th, 13th, Friday, Saturday, mid-August, that sort of time. So that's good. So in the beginning of August, we're going to the Trade Day Great British Beer Fest. 2 sessions there, London Craft Beer Fest, and towards the end of the month, I last night booked my hotel in Belgium. So I'll be going to Brussels on the 25th of August for 4 nights. There's another festival out there, which I've paid for, but I have to pay back in the autumn months. All I've got to do now is get my Eurostar ticket. Because Beer Alex or whatever it's called in Brussels, which I've already got a ticket for, which was really cheap, like nine quid for 2 sessions over 2 days. So that's pretty cool. I think on the Friday, is it Friday? Yeah, the Friday, because the weekend is the festival. Saturday, Sunday. Friday's not a weekend, you idiot. So the Friday, I'll be going to Cantillon and Freefontaine. Trying a few lambics. I'm not going with a friend, but a friend's going the same time, and we're going to be on the same train, different hotels. But so I'll be going to them world-class lambic breweries while I'm out there on the Friday, and then the festival Saturday, Sunday, and then if there's any time at the end, maybe the odd local bar or whatever. I don't know what time the festival is actually on till, or whatever. So that's going to be really fun. I've never done a beer festival abroad before, and I've been wanting to go to Belgium for quite a long time. Can't really afford it, but I'm going. It's kind of one of them sort of deals, really. And that'll probably be festival-wise 3 festivals in August, and then nothing until Indie Man, which will be the end of September, beginning of October in Manchester, and that's going to be it for this year. So yeah, so a few different festivals. It's nice to try different stuff every year rather than the same kind of ones. We'll see how that goes. Whether or not it becomes a regular thing for me, like London Craft Beer Festival. It's, I think I'm always going to go to London Craft Beer Festival, but not every session. Well, I was planning on going. It would have cost like 180 quid, 190 quid for 4 sessions. Still pretty good, but I'm saving a little bit of money. And I can still go, but not everything. I can still kind of spread it out, do different things. So, and in between time, take my daughter to a few things in London and stuff like that. So during the holidays and stuff, because I know she's going to be looked after and stuff. So it's going to be a little bit of opportunity to go out and do a few things. But yeah, so that's the latest from me. Won't be around this weekend. I'll do my Thursday afternoon lunch thing. Friday I'm up in London. Got a cousin's birthday. My daughter's cousin. It's his birthday over the weekend, so on the Saturday. So going to be going to London for a couple of days. Come back Sunday. Go back to normal again after that. Next Friday stream and all that sort of shit. That's it really. Yeah, Belgium. I done it last night. I was like, oh, do you know what? Because I went on. I was like, oh, does PayPal? Can I pay from my hotel via PayPal? I put it on credit, like. And yes, you can apparently. So I was like, yes, thank you. So got a reasonable deal as well. So it's like, all I've got to do now is pay for my Eurostar tickets. Well, I'm paying a little bit through the nose because I've left it too long, but it's still reasonable. Well, it's like 200 quid. It's not the greatest price in the world, but it's like 200, just over 200 quid return. Go on a Thursday, come back on a Monday afternoon. So it is what it is. I could have got it a lot cheaper if I'd have booked it earlier, but I should have. If I'd have booked it earlier, I would have saved some money. But I didn't realise you could pay for things via PayPal on Booking.com until last night. And then I realised you could. I was like, yeah, okay. Only because PayPal offered me something. I was like, oh, okay then. Oh, we checked your credit score. It's really good. You want this? I was like, yep, I do. so yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to go. But I'm going to pay for that. I'm actually going to pay for the train tickets. And then I can save up, money. I've paid for the festival tickets. The hotel's kind of half paid for. I've just got to pay for the train tickets. So it's going to be good. It's going to be really cool. I've been on an iron for a few weeks about that one. If I'd have had to pay for everything outright, then I wouldn't have been able to go. So I balanced it a little bit. And I'll pay it back after and that kind of thing. So, which is great news. So yeah. Just working. It's just logistics, and sometimes it's like the money situation and stuff. It's just bills and everything else. And have I got enough to do this, that, and that? I worked it out, and I should be fine. So, which is cool. But yeah, shit to look forward to. Sometimes you need things to look forward to, especially the way things have been. For a lot of people and stuff. So yeah, do you know what? Also saving up to take my little one to Disney World at some point as well. So I've got a separate account for that. So that's slowly building as well. So trying to keep things, it's like doing the old spinning plate thing, So far we're doing all right. So anyway, enough waffle. So the first one's gone. Which is not too bad. We're warmed up a bit now as well. Well, they're fairly warm anyway, being cask. So that was Dynamo, a light golden ale from Watson Brewery. So we've got half of a third, or half of a half. So it's just below a third then. This is the Hengist, a 5% apparently strong golden ale. Watson Brewery. It's opened up a little bit. It's a bit more fruity esters coming through now. I can actually. Oh yeah, it's okay. So it's kind of always got that slightly kind of. Did you hear that? Apple core-y kind of note. It's not apple core. It's just more of a hedgerow core fruit. Almost a slight pear vibe to it. It's not a perry or a cider, but I think it's more coming from the yeast strain. Like I say, if that's a fire alarm, I want to take my beers with me. Fuck's sake. We'll find out in a minute. I can't see or smell smoke yet, so. I want it to stop. I want it to stop, please stop. Is it? I think it stopped. Yeah. So, no fire for fire. But it has got a weird kind of almost perry note to it. It's weird how that's changed. Opened up a little bit. Almost like a slight perfumey. Did I miss a comment then? I'm sorry if I did. No, I didn't. It's kind of, yeah, it's fruity, it's odd. It's definitely getting an apple core towards the back end. It's weird. Before that, it's more of a hedgerow fruit. It's quite complex, actually. I'm presuming it's. I mean, I don't know, I say presuming it's no, it's not, you idiot, it's this and that, but I don't know. It's coming across like a very kind of traditional hop varietal. A little bit earthy, but also some really nice fruity kind of esters, I've already said. But then it's got that kind of peary, appley core thing. More pear on the nose, I'm not getting it on the taste. I say now it's opened up, it's been sat here for like 25 minutes or whatever. Bad. Not bad at all. Is it how I remember? Can I get this better at other establishments, being locally, rather than Wetherspoons? Yeah, I think I could, to be honest with you. I think you get a lot more stronger flavours. So that's a warning, not a warning, but that's a thing for you. Having a local beer and a Wetherspoons, you can get the same beer of better quality. Not really, John. They've been around probably about 11 years now. They are a traditional brewery, but they have actually been delving into more of the craftier type side in the last sort of 2 or 3 years, something like that. But they are really. Although these beers are okay, that I've had better examples of these beers at local micropubs. They are one of my favourite local breweries where I'm at in East Kent. They've got a website, Watson Brewery, so do check them out. I'm not probably doing them justice, more not because of the beers, it's because of where I'm drinking them. And it's one of them deals where I was really kind of curious. Let's try a local beer in Wetherspoons and see what the quality's like. Rather than me, say, trying this up in Yorkshire or something, or wherever these beers get to. Because sometimes obviously cask doesn't travel too well, as I was saying, so especially in summer months. Maybe in the winter months, if I could find any of these local beers in the winter here, maybe the quality in the spoons would be better, because obviously it's more suited for travel during the winter months, I'd say, than the summer months. Especially in spoons, at least. I mean, micro pubs, they tend, look, not even local beers, but beers that have travelled. If you've got a local micro pub near you, they're a hell of a lot better, even in the summer months. So there is that more chance of something could go wrong in the summer months, I find. That's why generally I stay on. I drink a lot of cask more, a hell of a lot more in the winter months than I do in the summer months. Just based on transportation, it's you know, the weather and you know, shit affects things. Anyway, so that's the last of the Hengist. Quite an interesting beer. It's changed since first got it and stuff like that. I think it's kind of one of them deals where it gets to that point where it warms. I mean, it's still fairly cool, even though it's cask, but then it warms up even more, and I think you need to drink it a little bit. So that's them two beers out of the way. Last one then, the Golgotha Oatmeal Stout, which is the best of the half of the three beers that I had. The three halves. That was the best half of half. I could go on all day with that one. But it was pretty damn good not long ago. It wasn't particularly cold, being cask. It's definitely more, not room temperatures, there's a massive room, but yeah, you know what I mean, wherever you're, you know, where you are, wherever you drink it, it's more that temperature now. See if it's changed any, see what aromas I can pick out. So milk chocolate, almost like a slight kind of leathery walnut husk. Slight kind of coffee edge, but nothing crazy. Almost a slight kind of sweetness of maybe some kind of caramel, but very faint. Still maintaining that kind of grain quality, being an oatmeal stout as you'd expect, really. See what it tastes like. Now it's warmed up a little bit. It's getting busier, I need to get out of here. You're actually hidden, by the way, by that. So, people just think I'm talking to myself, it's great. Well, keep it away from him, he's talking to himself. Fine by me. It's not too bad. I'm actually enjoying it more when it first got poured, rather than since it's warmed up just a little bit. There is a slight kind of after flavour now that's developed. Like, it's not horrible, but it's like I'd rather it wasn't there. Which is also a sign of I had miles better than this. I've reviewed this beer in a during lockdown in like a 2 litre Was it 2 litre thing? Oh no, there's another one. I actually had this in mini keg. The one that exploded. One of the ones that exploded. That's right. I had this on a 5 litre mini keg. I drank 5 litres of this in like 2 days. In the first lockdown. In 2020. A long time ago now. But yeah, so cheers mate. Thank you. That was mild better. Which is going to be really, but this is okay. It's warmed up and it's not as good, which, you know, how is that, how's that, you know, with a stout, and it's not, I don't think it's the brewery. I'm pretty, well, I'm present, it's not the brewery, I can tell you that now, it's not the brewery. Whatever it is, it can't be travelled because it's only 5 miles. Unless the casks go somewhere else to a central thing and then get distributed. Maybe it's travelled a few times, which is also can affect cask beer. I don't know if once I'm directly bring the casks down, I could find out actually, and I can get back to you on that. And I know Andy, the owner of the brewery as well, so it's more of a kind of experiment because I know what the beers taste like. They're all really, really damn good. It's not really a reviewing, it's just more processes and how things work within Wetherspoons and local breweries, you know. And is it the same across the board? I don't know. So it's more educating myself. And then just sharing it as I do it, really. Bloody hell. Sorry, something caught my eye. So yeah, that's the last of this, and then we're going to go for a walk. Still got a slight kind of dryness almost to it as well, like a kind of a cocoa powder sort of. It's definitely changed. I prefer it when I first had it. So. Cool. Anyway, let's clear off. Back out into daylight. Well, I'm just going to take the charger part of this off. There we go. Upstairs. Bloody hell, man. Right. I don't even know how much money I've got left. Right, I'm going to stop this stream and I'm going to set up another one because I need to go online, check things. So give me like a minute or two, and then I'll come back. I will be here, and then we'll carry on. So give me like a minute or two, and then anyway, thanks for joining for this one. If you're not carrying on or whatever, but yeah, give me 2 minutes. I'll be back.